Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of North Country Ham. Today I plan on doing a little second look, revisit at a WSJT-X and GRIDTRACKER setup. I recently had to get a different computer system, and I'm slowly going through and reloading all my programs. And some of the subscribers, viewers of the last video asked to check in on how to find certain aspects of when they're doing the setup. So figured perfect time to do a second look. So we'll go ahead and hit that today. So stay tuned. Alrighty, well, thanks for sticking around. Again, like I said, I'm going to go over setting up the WSJT-X and GRIDTRACKER programs on my new system here and try to get it to work with the radio and kind of show where you can find what ports you want to grab and what have you, since I was asked directly from some of the viewers. So with that, let's kind of get into this and see what we're looking at. So let's go to our desktop view here. So here we go. So you can see my desktop. I've already got some of the programs pulled up here, you can see I've been busy downloading a lot of programs back into my system. You'll see here on my laptop system I was using before, the same system I was using for all my QSOs, as well as some of the video recording and uploading I've been doing, was all off a laptop that I've had for a while. So I've transitioned into an actual desktop system that's a little newer. So hopefully things will kind of smooth out and work with us. But you'll see on here from my laptop system, I've copied over some of the ADIF files and settings. Hopefully that'll kind of help things go a little quicker, but we'll go through and see what we've got. You can see here, here's the GRIDTRACKER settings that I imported over, as well as the ADIF file for GRIDTRACKER. So hopefully when we get the program to load the local file, all of my worked and verified stations will all coincide between up here, the worked and the confirmed. That's my hope. It may take a little more tweaking to get it, but that's where we're going. And you can also see on here the WSJTX ADIF file that I had. So we'll put that, try to get all that back in there. So start right off here. When you're in your configurations and it wants to know which COM port you want to use, if you're not sure, it could definitely take a lot of trial and error. But I'll show you, based on actual questions, I'll show you exactly where I found it and where you should be able to find it. Now you can see here I've got this program called Sound Modem. I've installed that to use directly with WinLink Express, so that way when you're in there and you're actually trying to send and receive the email right through the radio frequency right then and there, instead of sending and have the internet kind of do the delayed delivery. That's what I've used with that. I've still got to set that part of the program up, so that might be a future video. But when you plug in your sound card, or whether it's a Signal Link or what have you, into your computer, it'll identify a couple of COM ports. Now, because I've got that sound modem, it's listed slightly different than what you would see, but you'll still be able to decipher. It's just how it's listed. So what you want to do is you go into your PC, come in here, home, where are you? No, back up one, I'm sorry. Right here. When you're on your PC, you'll see here like manage. You want to go into there. You want to come over here to device manager. And you want to come down through to your ports. Now you'll see I don't show any actually showing up right now because I haven't plugged it in. This is just a serious USB bus. It'll actually show up as a COM port. So you don't see ports and interfaces here yet. But watch what happens when once you plug it in. I'll go ahead and plug this in. And now you see this right here. It shows up ports, COM, and LPT. So when you expand that, right here you'll see, you might see a few of these listed in here. But because I've got that sound modem done, now it says Silicon Labs. But right here, your COM port 4 is going to be your main COM port, and COM port 3 now that's just how it's listed on my system, the way it is. This COM port number might be different on your machine, but that's where you want to look it up, is under here. You want to see this UART bridge or USB bridge. It might be just say like mine says CP2105 USB. That might be all it says, and then COM port. But those are the two COM ports you want to use. So I can see here COM port 4 and COM port 3 are the two that I want to use, that I've got the radio hooked up. So let me minimize this. We'll go right into settings on WSJT-X. Obviously you put in your call and your you see I haven't done any of this. I wanted to save all of this for 23. So there we go. Now I'm gonna kind of look at some of the screenshots that I took of the previous. So we'll do this. I'll call TTX. Blank line between decode periods. That kind of helps break it up when you're switching frequency. Do distance in miles. And I'm just kind of checking off what I used on the last settings that were really working for me. So 6 minutes beer. Okay, so that is our first page. As you can see, you punch in your call sign and grid square. You also put auto grid. Blank line between decoding. So when it's decoding, it'll actually put a blank line and then start your next frequency to help you decipher which is which. Disable TX after sending 7.3. That way you can, it just seems to help keep things clean. So that's that page. And then the next page is where your COM ports will go. Rig, you're going to select your rig. I'm running a Yaesu 991A. So I'm going to come down here, find my rig. Yaesu 991. CO port. Huh. This is the newest version, so it's looking a little... Up here it had me select my COM port. You want stop bits 2 default. Well, I'm going to go ahead and this is how it should be here. So bear with me here as I'm kind of trying to look through here. It's weird that your COM ports aren't showing up. That's got me kind of wondering if it's something they've changed, but we'll continue on here, get everything set, and then we'll do a test of the cat. Okay. And my speakers, as you can see, are on USB codec, which is what you want to. It was kind of hid behind me, but Yeah, I've got nothing on this one that I did special, but that's where you could do your set up your own macros. So prompt me to log QSO, show clear DX after login, enable PSK is for ADIF files, accept the UDP requests, enable. There we go. Frequencies. Didn't really do anything special here. I just left this right alone. Colors, I left that right alone too. On the last one, I didn't mess with much of anything on there. Just left it all by the default. Seemed to work. Now let's go here to the advanced, to the last page of the setup. 60, 2 pass recording, 0 dB, 25 hertz, 0.2 seconds. Tone spacing, nothing checked. Low side. All right. So let's go back here. Let's test the cat. That should be the RTS. Handshake should be default too. Gonna reconnect here. It is not wanting to work. All of this is pretty much how I had it, but it is not picking up the ports. Part of going through and testing without doing anything further. This is exactly what I did the last time, and it all worked fine. Let's see, there's no other radios. Let me make sure what's going on here, folks. That's exactly what we want it to be doing. Kind of scrolling back through here. 1 second. Yep. Well, let's try that. There might have been something bumped on my radio. This video just got a little longer trying to troubleshoot. Go back through some of my settings there. Thirty-four. Enable cat RTS. Just going through checking my radio settings. Everything looks like it should. All right. Hmm. Hamlib error. I'll have to figure that out. But that's pretty much right here. Serial port for the cat control. You would put your, like on mine, I'd put COM port 4 in there, which it's not picking it up when it should. And then over here, push talk method, you'd use your COM port, the second one, which I would put COM port 3 in there. So I would put COM 4, COM 3, and test your cat and test push to talk, and it all should work. But it is not picking it up, so I'm wondering if there's something with hamlib that is not working for me here. But that would be your WGST hamlib error. So I obviously have a problem with hamlib that is not cooperating with me right now. So I'm going to have to troubleshoot that some more, but at least I've showed where in the settings you would, in your computer, you would find what COM ports you would use and go from there. So I may have to try a different COM port and see what it does there. It was picking up, and it works with FL Digi where it's at, so it should work on WSJT-X. But we'll come in here and do our settings here. It's not going to allow me to import the settings, so I'm just going to go through and do them how I was planned on doing right from the start here. Get to my screen. Okay, 2237 is what that wants to be. 127.127.001.2238 port. Yep. FN23 AV. Decode traffic watched. Distance, statute, miles. And we'll go here. Next page. QRZ.com. Valid, so we're all set for my call sign lookup to QRZ. Do so, look at that. Check that, and I have all of these highlighted. And all three of those. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Go to audio. Speech page 1, volume 1, phonetics, default speakers. Yep. Okay, that one's all set. Map. I did. That one. Path color. Path width. Yeah. Gray line darkness 10, brightness 75. Okay, there's our map all said and done. And this is the fun one, the logging. Startup log. PSK reporter, QRZ. I'll have to go in and put my API keys in for some of these and some of this. I'll have to fix that one. Oh. Oh, that's a TQSL path. Where is that? Well, that's my path. So something's not wanting to cooperate at all with me here. Boy, this is not going well. That was my TQSL right path to go, and it's just not wanting to cooperate with me. So that's good there. Yep, okay, call roster. Okay. See what's gonna do here for Grid Tracker. Well, that loaded my files, so that's good. Auto, mode, auto. There we go. Well, we got Grid Tracker set up. Other than I have to go in and do my API keys, which I'll do that later. I don't want to show that on screen. And try to figure out why my logbook of the world is not wanting to cooperate either. So looks like I've got a little bit of homework to do, folks, as far as getting the where I'm at with each of the programs here. But I've got the major settings put in there. So when we come in, I should see it's not showing an export setting yet, but it's not connected to WSJT-X either. So but it's got my settings in there, and it's showing the worked and confirmed basically for where it should, based on the band I'm on. But it's not going to switch or go with anything because our WJTX or SJTX is not. Try to go back into it and see what happens here. Hey, it might just get to work here. Test cat, test push to talk. Look at that. Undo that, undo that. And I think we have got it working. And we are switched. I don't know why it's off. There we go. mode, FT8. There we go. See, we're running FT8 now. Right there we go. Look at that. Worked 33, but I've got more than that confirmed, so I don't know. Might be because it's got to connect some of my other. Once I get it connected with my logging, you'll see that it'll have my confirmed in there. So once I get my log stuff all set, oh, you know what? Let me. I'm going to come in here. Now it's got the ADIF file in there. But you can see now we got some stuff going. And now you can see all my workstations, and this is all on 40 meters. You see that it's circled and showing. So we've got it kind of working. Just kind of preset some of my and there we go. This is kind of how I like to run my screen, all kind of split up. But we can see we got signal. It's coming through. You see on the radio. And when I tested, it was testing the cat and everything. So we tweaked and worked it out. Took a few extra minutes here on the video, but I got it working and we troubleshot. So it's successful as far as that goes, and it kind of shows you where to find your ports. And sometimes shutting something down and reopening it helps. So we will. But you can see we got signals. It's all working. It's cooperating. So, and we got a good picture showing the workstations. Let me switch to 20 and see what it shows. 67 work. That looks right. And I've got on both of them, I'm close to 30 confirmed on 40 meters and probably 40 to 50 something confirmed on 20 meter of the station worked. You see 9, there we go. So it's showing all the worked ones, it's just not showing anything confirmed. I got to tweak some of the settings there for grid tracker on the logging so it's all connected and we'll be good to go. So sorry about that, I thought I had that silenced. So let's switch out of this here. Alrighty, folks. Well, it took a little bit extra than I planned, but that's part of it, you know. But you could see how you could troubleshoot and go through and where you can identify what ports you want to use and how you want to implement it, and that it's all configured and everything is got set. I just have to go into my grid tracker and set up the logging passwords and API keys, and we should be all good to go and ready to do some more FT8 here in the future. So perhaps we'll do a little live session trying to do some FT8 stuff, and I want to test something else that was brought to my attention in the comments on the time delay that I had going currently on the one video that I did. So maybe having this new system with everything upgraded and running a little more smoothly, that it'll all switch through and have a better time delay, and maybe I'll make some better contacts. So with that, I appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully this helps you and gets you that much closer to getting on digital. And as always, get on the air.